What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm really excited. It's a video that I have been wanting to do for some time. I always wanted to do a challenge type of video. And today, I bring to you guys one of the better account flips I've done, not in the amount of money, but rather in how fast I did it. So I tried a new broker out there. It's a forex broker. I'm not gonna disclose what it was, so you guys don't think it's a partnership or some shit like that. Even though I am affiliated with the forex broker, just because it's one I can trust. I'm not gonna really release what broker this one was, but whatever, doesn't matter. So I had $38,000 into an account. You guys know I trade indices. I trade ES, SPY, QQ. So I said, you know what? A lot of people trade forex. Let me try out the forex side. I've messed around with some forex before, and honestly, I've always liked it. If you're an old follower of mine, you know I've traded forex here and there when it comes down to just indices, right? Never Euro USD, never anything like that. So I kind of went back to it as I was kind of feeling a little tired of the options. And as a day trader, you just need something to kind of like ignite that fun, ignite that challenge, and a little bit of difference, right? Just when it comes down to your broker, your platform, that's what sometimes I trade on a prop firm. Sometimes, I've gotten paid from stop steps and all those sort of things. And you can go back and go look at top step account that I did kind of a challenge on, if you want to call. So this is a really fun one that I did, and I took $38,000 to a little over $100,000 within about a week and a half, 2 weeks, roughly. It was not a lot of trades, and there's some things that you can learn from this. I think for a lot of you guys, this may sound like a big amount of money. For me, it's a relatively small amount of money. It's what I would consider a smaller account. So for me, this was a little bit on the smaller side for a trading account, right? $100,000, plenty of money to trade with, but not really what my main account is, especially when I was starting out at $38,000. A really cool thing about forex that can be a double-edged sword if you're a good trader that do have that high leverage, up to 500x on some of these brokers, which can be really powerful, right? If you're right, if you're wrong, it can also bite you in the behind very, very hard. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys some of the stats, some of the things I learned, some of the things that you can learn on how you can grow yours. And I know I call this kind of like a challenge, but if you're a trader, do not approach these things as a challenge, right? Like, I'm approaching it as a challenge. It's kind of something I did on the side. It's not my main account. I could have lost the money and totally be fine with it. But understanding like this, for me as a creator, it's just to make content. It's just for fun. It's not how I normally would trade. And I don't want you guys to trade as a challenge. I don't want you guys to trade for P&L, reach a certain goal. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I started this, I wasn't really planning to really do much with it. But I started taking a couple trades. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna grow this to $100,000. And I'm also gonna post a withdrawal from it. I already got a $5,000 withdrawal to make sure that the withdrawal system was good with this broker. And I'll also post another withdrawal in this account. Now, I don't want to withdraw everything, honestly, just because I was thinking about two things. One is I might want to try to take this to $1 million. I've been having a lot of fun. It feels very good to trade forex. Feels very good. I've been doing a lot of Asia, London swings, letting the trades ride. It feels a lot good to not have the options theta kind of behind my back, not having the futures point system where it feels a little aggressive to me, especially on the prop firm side. But again, I'm going to talk a little bit about futures at the end because I might want to do something else on the future side if you guys want to see it. So I'll talk to you about the end. So I'm going to jump a little bit into the video and the kind of stats. So again, we have at the very top $103,000. I'm going to move this. I don't have to move this down. Hold on. I don't have to raise this. There you go. Live account right here. Real. You guys can click. I have a demo one just to show you guys that's a demo. Real. You click on it. No funny shit. I guess I can refresh this maybe. I don't even know. Oh, I leaked the broker. All right. I leaked the broker, which I'm really planning to, but that's the broker I use. I'm not going to tell you guys this is enough. I got paid or anything for this. I did not actually at all get paid for anything for this. So I'm not going to tell you guys sign up to any broker. I don't care what broker you use. I'll tell you guys out there. I don't care what broker you use. Use whatever fucking broker you want. I could care less. But let's go a little bit about the trade. Today I took a trade. I wasn't really planning to take a trade. I wanted to make the 100K, make sure I didn't lose it. But today I saw a solid setup, and I ended up taking my options account that also took on this forex account. And I took it really light. I was only risking $2,000. So I would have still been within the 100K, right? The 100K. Keep in mind, I did withdraw $5,000, which I made a video on it. prior, and you can see that was to confirm like it was pretty quick. It was a pretty quick withdrawal. Kind of sucks with the crypto side, and then you lose some money on that withdrawal. But maybe you don't pay the taxes, you make up for it. I didn't say that. IRS, if you're watching this, please don't. So that was the trade today, as you guys can see. I like also the arrows. If you were in the chat, you remember this trade that we took. I actually entered option account roughly on this breakout. Came back, retested, hit P here, kind of kept running, and it kind of went sideways, but it was a nice little $1,800 trade. My biggest day on this account, I believe, was actually yesterday. Yesterday I had a really insane trade on the NASDAQ. With the NASDAQ yesterday, I entered a long position, which was, I don't know, I thought the arrows, oh, there you go. So I actually started, I'm going to go down to, how did it go? I actually took an initial loss. I took a little bit of an early long right here, which ended up getting stopped out right here. Again, totally happens. Losses are going to be happening. And then, if you guys see the entry, I had a pretty heavy entry done at literally the bottom take. If you were trading in our private Discord, if you enter live with me every single day in my private Discord, code 39, it's the number 39 at checkout for $39 on your first month. I posted this in our general chat as my entry. So look at that. Like, it literally, like, they talk about an insane entry. That was this $28,000 trade down here. I don't know if you guys can see it. There you go. Now you should be able to see it. And just so you can see here it says sells, because you can see I used the take profit kind of, and then take profit got triggered. So it's showing position close. So it's kind of showing that, but it was 2 buys. So there was some buys there. That was my add-on, and this was the initial entry. So this was the initial entry, and that was the add-on. So it was a $28,000 trade, which again was a little bit over leverage, sure. But was I confident with that trade? Yes, that was a weekly point into the charts. So it was a really strong level of confluence. I was trying to risk about $8,000 to $12,000 on this trade, so I was gonna have a quick stop with it, which I know to some of you guys may sound a lot, but as you progress, keep in mind I've been trading for 12 years. $8,000 to $12,000 is fine. One of the guys I learned from has lost over $1 million in a trade, and that was his stop loss. It wasn't like something happening, I liquidated. That was what he was willing to lose, and he made over $6 million. So me losing 10 grand, to some guys sounds like a lot. To some guys are literally peanuts. Traders are much, much better than me. Then look at this. What I really want to say, what about is confluence in a trade. Look at this. I actually ended up adding 1. So I had 5 here, and then I added 1 here. Exited 1 here, my first take profit, and I just let this trade run. And the importance of letting a trade run, having the confluence of adding here. If I was over leverage, if I was a beginner trader, I enter with 5 lots. I'm closing in 2 candles because I'm scared. But this is the importance of trading within your size that you're comfortable with. These are numbers I've seen before. I've seen 50K in a day. I've seen 100K in a day. These are numbers I'm comfortable with, so I can make this flip from 38 to 100K much easier than somebody with no experience, just because they're not comfortable with those numbers. So let's say you're used to trading at $20,000 account. You can probably flip 2K to 6K much easier than 20K to 100K. Again, because you're used to those numbers, and it's important in being understanding that value of the numbers, that when you see them on the chart, they can shake you up. And what I really kind of liked about this platform overall is I can go to positions and I can see any trade I'm in the P&L. If I just click on orders or order history or trade history, wherever, I can just ignore it. I can just totally ignore it, avoid that, and I'm not worrying, I'm not looking in the P&L, and I'm able to kind of like calmly keep up with all my trades. Now, again, was this all roses and sunshines? No, I had some losses along the way. Again, $10,000 loss here. What do I understand? I understand when to stop out and not to over leverage. No, you guys see me, I will add to a winner. I will almost never add to a loser, right? Then we followed it up with the $4,000 win. Where's that? I wish there was a button to click on to let you, to let you jump to a trade. So I think this is the trade. I'm kind of lost on the line with you guys. I'm kind of lost. Anyway, we'll just look at some of the charts. Some of them are SPX. For example, you see these 3 losses here. These weren't SPX. And if you guys remember these days, this is the day I took 3 losses in our group. But again, look at the risk management. I took 3 losses down here, as you guys can see. I'll make this a little bigger. There you go. You see, like, look at the risk management. Take it for losses, but don't let that discourage me, right? My losses are relatively, like, and I want you to compare this to larger losses versus the smaller losses. And that is something I call dynamic risk management. If I see a good setup, I'll size heavier into it. So now I will relate a heavy setup, what my usual P&L is on a heavy setup compared to a heavy loss on a setup, right? If I'm trading light, if I want to be nimble, if it's not a plus setup, I'm going to be trading smaller. And that's why you see a $2,000 loss, but then you'll see a $7,500 loss. Doesn't mean I went full degen and I just, whatever. But look, I take a $7,000 loss, but then I'll take a $28,000 win on a setup I feel really comfortable with, $12,000 win, right? Keeping my risk manager overall green, right? Like if you look at my biggest loss in this challenge, which was that $11,000 loss, it's $10,650 loss. If you look at all my P&Ls, I had 1, 2, 3, 4 trades bigger than that loss, right? And then my second closest loss is $5,000 loss, and everything's under 3,000, which is really solid for an account of this size. We'll say one of the better things that happened with me was a really nice streak of first couple trades. I actually have to do all history here because I'm like, I feel like there's something missing. There you go. So let's actually see when I took my 2309 and I closed this trade today. Now, if you look at this, I did not trade this every day, right? It's 23rd. Here I trade every day. Actually, yeah, I did trade almost every day. Maybe I skipped a day or two here. I feel like I skipped a day or two, but overall, I guess I did trade every day. Again, I was having a lot of fun with this, and it's really like, I think I'm going to withdraw around 20,000, 15, 20,000. We're around 80,000, and I'm going to set a kind of hard stop loss at 40,000. So I withdrew 5, I withdrew 20, I'll withdraw 20, so I'll be $25,000 in profit. I put in 38, and I'll have 40,000 at worst, right? So I'll lose 50% of the account. And I will try to take this account to $1 million, I think, maybe $500,000, something like that. As long as the only thing I worry about some of these brokers. Will I get my money? I'm hoping yes. I believe everything will go well. I know the owners of this broker, and I think they'll do me fine. And one of my good friends was withdrawn $250,000 from an account flip he did on this broker, so I feel confident they can give me my money. And if I can't, you guys will be the first ones to know. But again, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm also thinking of starting a one-on-one challenge CFD. The forex side, again, it'll be something I'm doing on the side, not really my main thing. I can just do kind of on the side. But look at the consistency when it comes down to the trades. If you look at the trades, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 wins. These were pretty much break-even trades that were in the green nicely, and I just set my stop loss to break even, trying to catch, letting that trade run around to full TP, but not being able to. So I'll consider 1, 2, 3 kind of break even. Right, you can consider them however you want, but these were full TPs, 5 wins, and look at this. Especially in the beginning, right, when I'm getting my footing on like starting to get that, starting to count, getting comfortable with that, is I'm keeping my losses minimal, $2,000, and look at my wins, 5,000, 7,000, 7,000, 3,3. So at the very least, I'm getting a 1.214 R on this 3.2 compared to a 2.1 loss. And again, I'm going to continue that. And this is kind of when I start putting a little more size. You can see I had this really big winner here on. Oh, I wish there was a way to just click on this. If I go probably on a. No, that's wrong. I'm trying to do this. If I go on the 15 minutes, probably be much better. You can see some of these really nice shorts here, for example. This was something like, if I was talking about this trade, I wanted to talk about this trade actually, something I broke my rule on. Not really break my rule, but I had this really nice. So yes, I entered this really nice short, and look at this. A lot of my losses are like, I had the right idea, I was just a little too early, and I'm gonna apply risk management, get out, and then just get right back in. Here, enter the sell, 1, testing the waters, got stopped out, and then boom, I'm right back once price kind of confirms. In this case, I closed it here, but I really wanted to swing this into the next day. But again, I wasn't like fully confident. But if I did, this could have probably been a humongous winner, the biggest winner for the challenge, right? But all these trades were, I was not catching small moves. It was relatively big moves. Some of them were a little bit scalps, but most of it overall, I will say they were relatively big moves, right? And some of them were, adding to a position, right? Shorting here, closing here, shorting again. And keep kind of going with it, and then again trying to look for that bounce play. Use this as a stop. In that case, I had a hard stop under this. Kind of got lucky, kept going, and then hit P for a nice trade. Again, another one where look at this long, took a really nice long, closed it, and this was, I remember this trade I actually sized into it twice right here, and I kind of paper handed it a little bit because I had to sit through some drawdown. So when price finally starts going my way, I get a little scared, and it is something to know, right? Like if you are holding a trade that kind of puts you through some drawdown, a lot of times when finally it turns green, it'll mess you up. So you see a lot of these were some overnight trades, or I'll hold them for a good 5-6 hours. Look at this trade, kind of a swing into the next day, sold it essentially into the next day in the overnight session. So a lot of that was a little bit of mix, and that's what I kind of really enjoyed about this forex side, was that it feels much easier, much better to be swinging some of those trades, right? Like now as a trader, it's like I'm trading indices, I'm trading yes and Q, I'm trading SPY Q. It's all about what feels good for you, what makes sense for you to trade, right? You need to find it out. For me, with a ton of experience, I can kind of trade whatever I want. I feel like pretty comfortably, and I would say options and forex, I do feel a lot more comfortable in than futures. Futures, it just to me feels very, very aggressive. Now, I've never tried a live account on futures. I've only tried prop firm accounts, where maybe because of the fact it's a prop firm, I just don't really care for the money and end up not doing it. Whatever. It is what it is. But in that case, I'm thinking to withdraw the $20,000. I'll withdraw from here. Maybe I'll put it in an AMP or trade it with account, and then maybe I'll give it another run there. Those are the two kind of brokers I think everybody uses for trading view. Either I'm gonna do that challenge, or I'm gonna do the 101 challenge with the CFD prop firm. Let me know, guys, what you guys think I should do. Leave you guys in the comments down below which one challenge you guys would rather see. Hope you guys learned something. Hope this kind of motivates you to do what you want to do. I'm gonna ask for the withdrawal after they make this video, and I'll add end. I think it's gonna do. So I'm gonna stop recording this, and I'll add the pieces of withdrawal whenever it happens. I'll let you guys know how long it takes, and if I do get my money, and I'm gonna take it the crypto route, right? So as always, I'll see you guys in that secondary part of the video. Right, guys, real quick, my withdrawals got approved. 18,000. I got it 4 hours ago. It took about a day and a half to get this, so I think it's pretty reasonable for a brokerage to give day and a half. My thing with swim usually takes like 2 to 3 days. Sometimes it can even take 5 days. So 18K locked in. The rest, I'm just gonna try to see if I can take it to $1 million. I showed you guys the 100K. If I never upload a video again, I probably clapped it, but hopefully I'll probably try to, if I take it to 250, I'll probably make an update, and then 500 and $1 million. I'll see if I can do it. I have to kind of like leverage pretty heavy, which I'm not really against that. I don't mind that. I did take a trade today on it. Let me show you guys that real quick. We traded, if you were in the group. Oh, shit, I'm trying to again. 1 second. If you were in the group, we took a nice trade. A nice short, and then I took another short on when I was in the FFN stream. So real quick, I'll show you guys the two trades. You see my balance is back to 100K because the withdrawal plus the money that I made today. These are the trades. So we go to the 1 minute. As you guys can see, kind of paper handed the first short. It was pretty quick. I had a limit order there, and I didn't really get to adjust it. I really went to the limit order like right here. This is 1990-80, but it was like one of those things that just moved too fast. Then I took another short here. Not the best entry. It was a little bit drawdown. As long as we stayed under this, it was fine. And then I got stopped out in the green on this candle. I was trailing my stopped out in the green. I was looking for a new low day, which we didn't end up getting anyway. So just locked in some profit. So we're back over 100K, just like that. 18K withdrawal. And then took a nice 3 green trades in a row. And yeah, we're right back over the 100K mark. So now it'd be 100K to $1 million. Don't want to like set challenges like that, but whatever. That's where we're at right now. We'll see how long we can keep this going for. Anyway, hope you guys appreciate the video, and leave a like, subscribe, comment down below.